Hi everyone, it's Ruthie with the Purple Backyard Farm, and I want to show you now and then some of the meals that I'm making for my family and the reasoning. Now, Clay just had a big scare with type 2 diabetes. He got an infection, as many of you know, and he ended up going to the hospital like every other day because they couldn't give him surgery because sugar feeds the infection. So needless to say, we had lifestyle changes to make. So I want to give you guys some ideas. Of course, you must check with your doctor because everyone's situation is different. I had worked in the past for Weight Watchers. I worked in the office. I never weighed more than 100 pounds, but my parents worked there for years, like in the printing department, and so we all learned the programs and stuff like that. My dad owned a printing shop, and when he retired, he gave his print shop to the weight loss place and worked there. But anyway, that being said, protein, which is the meat, and lots of vegetables. And I'm putting on Mrs. Dash over everything for this is just going to be a simple meal. You see a lot of food here, and I'll tell you what's going on. 2 legs, maybe 3, and then the rest goes to Clay's lunch the next day. Okay, this is an idea if you're trying to, take care of diabetes. Your whole family can eat the same food. All right, the key is to read labels. So this is going to be pudding with a couple of bananas because this is banana cream. Pudding chopped on top because here's the true life scenario. Clay will eat supper. Later on, he's going to want a snack. So it has to have no more than 50 carbs. And the sugars, you want to get, I think, 0 as low as you can, okay? So I have to look at the numbers for that. So you're into reading labels. So after he eats his supper, if he wants a snack, I have banana cream pudding, and I'm going to boil up some hard-boiled eggs because I don't want him cheating later and get hungry and then eat something he shouldn't eat. So we'll go to bed about 9 o'clock because he gets up at 3 in the morning. So what I'm going to do is we'll have dinner, then maybe around 7 o'clock, we'll have dinner at 3:30, and maybe around 7 o'clock he might get hungry. So I'm waiting and I'm ready for him. I'll have pudding and a hard-boiled egg if he's, that doesn't satisfy. And then in the morning he'll have cereal and I'll have his lunch made and then on to the next day. And me, myself, I'll eat a lunch meat sandwich or something quick. And if there's not enough vegetables, say he eats all these vegetables, or we eat most of them, then I'll make a salad for him to take to work. So that's just an idea. So when I cook for our supper and for his lunch. That way he's already ready for the next day and he's not eating something he shouldn't at lunchtime. Now I'm going to share something too that I found out. When I worked for Weight Watchers, they had a really good program right at that time. But I noticed that the food pyramid is pretty much, the United States food pyramid or whatever, was pretty much Weight Watchers program at that time. It was like so many fats, so many meats, so many vegetables. I mean, pretty much, it looks like if you eat the way you're supposed to, you're not going to be having problems. You're going to feel great. You're going to lose the weight you need to. Da-da-da-da. One of the problems that people run into is the price of vegetables and such. If there's food auctions and if you grow your own, what I do now when I go with Clay to the grocery store, I tell him upright when we get in, because we do most everything together. I say we're only looking at the vegetables and like the milk and stuff like that and meat. We're not going to go through and get the other stuff. So we're trying to buy the bulk of our money isn't going to pick up like prepared food, and that way we're staying pretty close to what we should do. Now I'm not saying that that's going to work 100%, but it's going to at least help in between big time grocery shopping, like if you're just going to get one thing. So anyway, that's just no rigid rules, in a nutshell, just so you can kind of see and give you some ideas if you're dealing with diabetes or if you're trying to lose weight, or if you're just trying to be in good health. My sister said it perfect. Eat food the closest way that God made it. And then the other thing is you can have everything in some way, you just can't eat the whole thing. So you can have a cookie, but just don't eat the whole box of cookies. So if you have a cookie, just, it's like, say he ate all this dinner, and instead of eating the pudding and stuff and he decided to eat a cookie, it's not going to be the end of the world. But, we want to try to, have a consistent habit getting built of eating the right food. So this is obviously raw chicken. I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm going to cook my entire dinner, do the dishes and everything before noon, and then just heat it up when Clay comes home, because I'm trying to keep ahead of the housework and everything, because spring is on the way and there'll be lots to do outside. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it was helpful. And if you have any ideas or thoughts, we just started dealing heavy duty with this. I want to get that book. I think it's Diabetics for Dummies. I talked to Clay about going to some of the classes and stuff, but I don't know if he's going to be able to. I'm willing, but I don't know if he's going to be able to. But get as much information as you can so you can stay in good health, because the alternative, to be honest with you, could be death, cutting off your limbs, losing your eyesight. It's just not worth it. So just kind of get to be a health nut, and which is the way you should live anyway, and be healthy instead of shortening your lifespan. Okay, we'll see you in our next video, and I hope you enjoyed today's video.